We all know the promise of clean hydrogen is huge, right? I mean, it's the key to a truly green energy future. But for anyone actually working on the front lines, the researchers, the engineers, the reality is that innovation has been, well, it's been throttled. So today, we're going to dig into why hydrogen projects are moving so slowly and take a look at a digital platform, H2CHAIN, that's designed to completely smash through those roadblocks.
So let's get right to it. Why is progress in such a critical field so frustratingly slow? If you're in this space, you know the feeling. You've got this amazing vision for what's possible, but it feels like you're being forced to build the future with a toolkit from the past.
And this is what that broken toolkit actually looks like. Get this. A staggering 73% of researchers are juggling more than 5 different tools just to get one project done. It's not just inefficient, it's a total project killer. In fact, things get so complex that almost 40% of projects just get abandoned. Think about that. All that incredible potential just gone.
And all that inefficiency, it hits you right where it hurts, your timeline and your budget. On average, a single project gets delayed by 6 months, and it can burn through over $25,000 in wasted costs. These aren't just numbers on a page. These are the real barriers that are stalling the entire clean energy transition.
Let's be honest, the old way of doing things is fundamentally broken. It's this nightmare gauntlet of manual calculations that take up your whole day. Then you have to hunt down an expert consultant who costs a fortune, all while trying to navigate enterprise software that costs tens of thousands of dollars. The result? Months of pure frustration before you even make any real progress.
So, how do you fix a workflow that's this broken? Well, one of the most promising answers is integrated digital platforms. We're going to use H2CHAIN as our example here. The entire strategy is to replace that confusing maze of tools, sky-high costs, and painful calculations with one single, clean platform that gives you instant, trustworthy results.
And the impact on your speed is just wow. We're talking about a potential 1,000-fold increase in how fast you can work. A process that used to take months of grinding it out can now be collapsed into as little as a single day.
And what about the cost? This is where it gets really wild. This new model can deliver up to a 99% cost reduction. And that's not just a small improvement, that's a revolution. It basically democratizes the technology, making professional-grade simulation affordable for absolutely everyone, from students to huge research labs.
But of course, speed and low cost don't mean a thing if the results are wrong, right? H2CHAIN's results have a 99.7% accuracy rate, validated by a framework they call S4T. Basically, it's a system built to make sure the outputs are rock solid, so you can make those critical decisions with total confidence.
Okay, let's put these two workflows side by side, because the difference is just night and day. First, time. The old way takes 6 months, sometimes more. The H2CHAIN way? 1 day. Now cost. You go from over $25,000 plus crazy expensive software licenses down to a subscription that starts at just $19 a month. And expert help? Forget searching for a consultant who charges $500 an hour. Now you've got an AI expert, ready to help 24/7.
So when you boil it all down, what exactly is H2CHAIN? It's a web-based platform for modeling and making smart decisions. Its entire purpose is to empower the green hydrogen revolution by giving everyone, from policymakers to engineers, one unified tool to design, simulate, and perfect every single stage of a project.
Let's pop the hood and see what it can do. The real engine here is the hydrogen simulator. This isn't just a simple calculator, it's built on validated scientific models. It gives you real-time analysis for everything: energy output, efficiency, cost modeling, performance, you name it, and it's all in one place.
And remember that bottleneck to finding an expert? The platform solves that with what they call the Hydrogen Expert. Think of it as an AI-powered assistant that gives you 24/7 support. Need technical guidance? Help with troubleshooting? It's right there in your workflow, exactly when you need it.
And finally, to take you from a plan to a real-world project, H2CHAIN has an integrated marketplace. This is where you connect with a global network of verified suppliers. You can compare prices, check quality, and find everything you need to actually build what you've just modeled.
And this isn't some untested idea. This approach has already gotten the attention of some of the biggest names in energy. We're talking about folks from the International Association for Hydrogen Energy, the OCP Group, and even the U.S. National Renewable Energy Laboratory, NRL. These are the people who live and breathe this stuff.
Okay, let's talk about the price, because this is where it really becomes a no-brainer. The The plans start at just $12 a month. And for professionals who need the full suite of tools, the Pro plan is only $19 a month. To put that into perspective, a whole month of access costs you less than 5 minutes with one of those old-school consultants.
So if you're thinking this sounds maybe a little too good to be true, you can actually check it out for yourself. They offer a 3-day free trial on their website, H2CHAIN.com. You don't even need a credit card, so it's a totally frictionless way to see how it works for your own projects.
You know, this brings us to a much bigger question about the future of innovation. Platforms like this are more than just clever tools. They're a whole new strategy for solving incredibly complex problems. So as we all look to speed up the clean hydrogen revolution, the real question is, how critical are these kinds of integrated, accessible, and super fast tools going to be in turning our goals into reality?